Okay, great. Klon, great to speak with you again. Great to see you. Um,
Likewise.
we're in a new year, and really, wanted to get your thoughts. Cool Cats, yourself. What do you guys have planned for this upcoming year and in the coming months?
Yeah. So last year we ended with the Macy's parade and an animation with Titmouse kind of as our pilot episode. So moving into 2024, one of our biggest goals is getting a show signed and getting Cool Cats on a streaming provider as in Netflix, Hulu, Paramount Plus, etc. So that's the big picture. And everything we do this year is to continue to build the lore and the ecosystem around that. So when we have the show signed and are ready to go, we have all of that ahead of time. And that way our community can feel like they were a part of creating the lore. So we'll be at things like Comic Con. We will, try to test out film festivals, as well as just in general internally building our website more as an app so that it becomes this thing that people can come to once they see the show or they see some of the other things that we're doing, and it becomes an ecosystem that they want to continue checking up on. Outside of that, always thinking about new product and distribution channels, getting ourselves out there on shelves so that everyone's background can look like mine, and tap into culture that way.
So really, it's kind of building off of what you guys had with Macy's Day Parade and taking the IP to the next level, as you mentioned, with TV, film, kind of continuing to expand from what was initially an artwork.
Exactly. That's exactly it. And my dream has always been to create a cartoon show. And so Web3 was a nice kickoff point to gain an audience and a following to help us project, propel ourselves up into mainstream audiences.
For sure. And in terms of mainstream audiences and just crypto in general, what are your thoughts on the bear market? Has it ended? Are we still in it? How do you see that affecting things for the year to come?
I think we're slightly still in it. I think halfway through the year, we could see a lot more traction and new blockchains popping up. I think that's the big thing we're going to see in 2024. And I jokingly said it towards the end of 23, and now I'm really believing it. That's going to become like a blockchain war. It used to be a war amongst like projects, and now I think all the projects are becoming friends with each other and have found a common ground. But now it's, what blockchain are you on? Are you testing out new blockchains? Where are you thinking? So I think that'll bring new people as well and new just innovations.
Awesome. And in terms of those new innovations, what are some of fellow artists, other blockchain enthusiasts, other folks who work in the space? What are they thinking and saying about the future of this next year?
Yeah, so I'm more so on the artist side, and so artists are trying to find their new way of using this new technology to influence their art. And so I think we're going to see a lot of people using that and testing the boundaries of that. I'm not exactly sure what they'll do. Creatives always manage to think outside the box and surprise you, and then you start to see people jump on those trends. Like last year, it was all about open editions. So I'm curious to see what artists do this year. I know there's definitely going to be a lot of gaming this year, and testing out the new blockchains with lower gas rates and faster, transactions and all of that. And so things like that will help influence it. But then just development of different, I know with Ethereum, just ERC tokens and what they're capable of. And that, creates a whole new just route that you can go and what you can evolve on.
Right. And so do you see then too, you mentioned sort of blockchain wars in general for 2024. Are artists going to be kind of leaning into that at all or incorporating that into how they're envisioning certain projects and stuff like that?
I could see that because there's a lot of Ethereum artists who are just still on Ethereum, and I think that's where they found their ground. And so now we'll see people pop up on like Solana or some other blockchains that are coming out, and that might also become the same thing, and then we'll start seeing maybe even galleries that are specific to each blockchain, or like different crews that get together. I know I have my close circle of at least Ethereum based artists, so it's going to be curious to see if there's any other inner circles like that, and if they'll mix at all. So we'll see.
Got it. So it's almost like 2024 is presenting almost a factionalized way in which art could be created and presented and interacted with.
Yeah. It's like little neighborhoods, like we're building, like Web3 is the city, and we're all building little neighborhoods, and those neighborhoods are different blockchains, and they all kind of do the same thing, but have their own unique twist or thing that they do.
Well, it will be exciting to see what those neighborhoods come up with. Certainly excited to see what you and Cool Cats come up with, and appreciate your thoughts for the coming year.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
For sure.